So let me go ahead and talk about our next session. So this conference is in Hyderabad. So I believe a lot of you are from Hyderabad. How many of us are from Hyderabad? My God. Large number, obviously, because it is in Hyderabad. But those who have come to Hyderabad also, I'm sure, those who are from Hyderabad and those who have come to Hyderabad, are you all experiencing something in last 1 year that is really not really great experience for you and something not very good? Traffic jams, right? Lot of traffic jams in the evening. Who is the culprit? Okay, maybe Hyderabad Rail Metro is one of the reason, and you know the path for success is always painful, so we never know. So government has decided to take some immediate steps or steps for sustainable growth, and we would like to understand what growth they are planning for, what is the vision, and to share this we have none other than Mr. NVS Reddy, who is the chairman of Hyderabad Metro, to help us understand how they are program managing and making it successful and efficient as a project. So let me brief about NVS Reddy. NVS Reddy has about 30 years of managerial and administrative experience in Government of India, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and public sector undertakings. As Additional Commissioner of Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, he built a lot of public assets and amenities through innovative use of airspace and advertisement rights, without spending from public expenditure. Presently, as a Managing Director of Hyderabad Metro Rail Limited, he is heading the Mega Hyderabad Metro Rail project. Any idea how much range it is, kilometer-wise? It's 72 kilometers. So implementation of this project with an estimated cost about US $2+ billion under the Public-Private Partnership PPP with innovative financial engineering and the project structuring is his bold initiative in the mass transit systems and urban infrastructure development. It is the world's largest metro rail project implemented in the PPP mode. He is known for his financial acumen, managerial ingenuity, open-minded approach, and leadership qualities. He is an expert in rail transportation and power sectors, finance, urban transportation, urban governance, project structuring, project management, and PPPs. He has been associated with implementation of many important projects, including the Mega Konkan Railway project on the west coast of India. He has varied interest and lectures. He delivered on variety of topics in prestigious engineering and management institutes in India and abroad. With such a rich profile, I take pleasure to invite Mr. NVS Reddy on the stage and deliver the keynote speech. Welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think I am the culprit for whatever delays you're facing, but it's for our better future. Well, my erudite predecessor speaker, Mr. Ramesh Iyer, has rightly pointed out we'll have to learn from failures. And I'm here proudly announcing that I failed in my first experiment, and I have learned a lot of lessons. I would like to share some of those lessons. Project management is basically the same. The broad challenges, the broad issues of project management in any sector is by and large similar. But today, I'll bring you down from your rarefied, nice, air-conditioned, comfortable environment to the crude realities, the heat and dust of Indian infrastructure building. Infrastructure building in India, it's a huge challenge. Planning Commission estimates that if India has to grow the way we are growing, of course, last couple of years it slowed down, now again it's picking up. We require $1 trillion investment in Indian rupees, it's about 60 lakh crore rupees. We can't get this kind of money, the kind of challenges we have, the kind of funding requirement we have, it's really humongous. We can't get this kind of money from government funding. So at least 50% of it should come from the public-private partnership route through the private sector. McKinsey similarly, they said about $1.2 trillion or 72 lakh crore rupees investment is required. To give you a small example, urbanization itself, today we're at 35% urbanization. At 35% urbanization, the kind of problems you're facing, most of the Indian cities you're aware. Imagine what will happen as it happened all over the world. It is 80% urbanization, 90% urbanization. So Indian cities are going to be, instead of 1 crore population, for example, Hyderabad city, 10 million population. Imagine Hyderabad city becomes a 30 million population, what will happen to Hyderabad city, you have to understand. And we are at initial levels of prosperity. Only 7 out of 1,000 people own cars in India. As it happens in the developed Western world or other well-off societies, every second person owns a car, and here now our rich people are owning, one family is owning 4 cars. What will happen to Indian roads? You will not be able to move an inch on Indian roads. So these are the challenges. Hyderabad Metro, I call it a saga of grit, guts and gumption. You'll understand why I call it. This is the world's largest mass transit system. In a single go, 72 kilometers, in public-private partnership, there are about 200 mass transit systems in the world. Out of the 200 mass transit systems, less than half a dozen are built with partial public-private partnership. No project, no mass transit system is financially viable on its own. There are, out of the 200 mass transit systems, only 4 are making money. They're Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Taipei. The rest are all heavily subsidized because these are essential. Rail-based mass transit systems are essential for the survival and good air quality of the city. So, when everybody said that a mass transit system cannot be built with private sector money in PPP route, I took up the challenge. I requested Mr. Manmohan Singh, Dr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia, the then Vice Chairman of the Planning Commission, sir, I would like to take up this PPP project in India. He said, that's very good, we will give you all the support. So we started this project. All the experts of the world, they said nobody has ever done it in the world, so it won't be a success unless you are attempting. I said, we would like to take up this responsibility because we don't have money. Our priorities are different. When we went ahead, our first was Metas, many of you may be aware, it was a failure. Everybody ridiculed me. They started cracking jokes on me and my team. So it's important, you have to learn lessons. How do you keep the morale of your team high when the chips are down? When everybody is ridiculing you, everybody is cracking jokes at you. I said, let me fail, it doesn't matter, but again I'll take up, I will do this project as a PPP project. So we have done it, and I'll show you through the newspaper clippings how these things happened, what kind of challenges we faced. Before that, they asked me, what are your challenges? I say that 35% of my challenges are actually engineering challenges and 65% are non-engineering challenges. In terms of land acquisition, in terms of road widening, design and engineering challenges, implementation issues, coordination among various departments, religious and other issues, which I'll show you, shifting of utilities and permissions. Mind you, each organization, see, we are still in that British era. My own organization, for example, I am from the railway services. Railways think that no, right of way is their exclusive right of way. National Highways thinks that it is their exclusive right of way. Defense thinks that actually they cannot share it with anybody. So I had to fight, I had to go from table to table. It took 3 years for me to get the railway permissions. It took 4 years to get the defense land, and so on and so forth. So these are the things. They said Metro Rail future actions to be subject to court order on petition. Is it goodbye Metro Rail? Hyderabad Metro Rail project in limbo. Mind you, these are all red How red turns green, you will see. Uncertainty continues over Metro Rail. Andhra cancels Metro deal. Metro Rail bids may get delayed. Metro Rail bid last date extended. 6 times I had to extend. The state was burning. Hyderabad was burning. Actually, see, the international investors, they wanted to ask me, sir, should we come or not? I'm not sure. That was the situation we faced. L&T bags Metro Rail project. That was the only green thing. Metro has mega hurdles to overcome. L&T to tie up 12,000 crore. They were successful in financial closure. My own guru, I have a lot of respect for Dr. Sridharan. He's an excellent engineer. I only have a difference with him so far as business model is concerned. He doesn't believe that private sector can do these things. It will have to be done in government. I believe that private sector can do better. Public-private partnership model will not work, he said. He cautioned me, be very careful. Activists walk against Metro Rail project in Koti. City Metro Rail project is not viable, Mr. Sridharan said. Traders call for bandh tomorrow. This was 2011. Seeking track change. Everywhere I used to face agitations. Metro Rail is a big scam, rights group said. Demolition of church wall, Metro Rail opposed. Every religious structure is to have problems. Stop Metro Rail cry, activists, land acquisition in trouble again. Metro Rail, city to be thrown out of gear. Green massacre. Imagine day in and day out, actually, if you see these things, morning you get up, actually see the newspaper. My wife would ask me, why are you having all these problems actually? Why didn't you give up? Why didn't you do as everybody else is doing? I said, look, wait and see what will happen. You have to have patience. Underground metro mooted. Metro Rail hits another hurdle. Acquisitions block Metro Rail. Traders disrupt Metro Rail work at Amirpet. Every day there were agitations in front of my office. Every day there will be demonstrations. Chikadpalli traders down shutters. Water supply will be hit if Metro Rail project is taken up. HMR can't bulldoze schools. I built excellent schools. We will show you what kind of schools we built. But initial things, all the agitationists of the country, led by Medha Patkar, everybody came here, demonstrated, and we said there is better way of doing it. Actually, see, some school is coming in my way, but I will build much better school. Halt Corridor 3, Metro Rail Works, said course. That was a very bad judgment we got. No right of way yet for Metro Rail. High Court stays works on Metro Rail stretch. High Court stay order. Metro gives L&T monopoly over city transport. Actually, some of the activists will argue. Metro Rail works hit expected roadblock. Are Metro Rail babus lying? Delay drives up metro cost to 20,000 crore. Actually, they are scaring away the investors. Railway officials hold parleys with metro safeties. Now you will observe slowly the green is appearing. Hyderabad Metro Rail to be energy efficient facility. Metro boost for city's heritage. The people who were talking about, saying that you are attacking the heritage structures, now the positive mood is coming. There's a boost for the metro heritage structures. Now aesthetically enhanced piers of the city. Now the piers started appearing in Hyderabad. L&T speeds of work on Metro Railway. Safety and quality key to the Metro Rail works. See the positive things that is appearing now. See my Chief Minister, the then Chief Minister, Mr. Kiran Kumar Reddy, the first 1 year he didn't want to come to the Metro Rail site. Then he came to know the positive things are happening. He said, now I will appear. See the positive thing, how he was wondering how beautifully the work is going on. Metro Rail on track. So the off-track Metro Rail has now become on track. Metro among the 100 global projects. See, when all these things were happening, actually, I was making a lot of statements. It was appearing in the internet. Somebody was observing this. We were selected as one of the top 100 global projects of the year, and then we were asked to make a presentation about those things. I went to New York. The project which was written off, that it would never happen, it would never take off, presentation I made, I said, we are building a completely different kind of metro. I'm making use of the metro rail system, and I'm trying to redesign an Indian city as a people-friendly green city. When I explained the philosophy, cities are built all over the world for cars, and then they realize that car is not the solution. You have to build city for people, you have to build city for car, you have to build city for children, you have to build city for women, you have to build city for old people and physically disabled people. Engineering is not for engineering, engineering is meant for people. Engineering is meant for solving the problems of social problems of the people. When I started explaining this, that year we were selected as the best engineering project of the world. That's a global engineering project of the world award we got. A project which was written off got global engineering project award. Metro, not to harm any more monuments, any monuments are right on track. Again, this kind of now positive things. Trees to be relocated. See, to cut just 2 trees, I don't want to mention it, in one of the Indian cities, a project got stuck for 1 year because the chief minister of that particular state was not clearing it. Here in my project, I had to remove about 5,000 trees. When the financial closure was to happen, the bankers raised the issue. Sir, you are talking so many things, you are not talking like a bureaucrat, you are talking more like a political leader. You are promising the moon. You said that all these things, see, will take care. How will you take care? Actually, this is our experience elsewhere. I said, don't worry about it. 5,000 trees are to be removed. I will remove, and I will bring consensus in the city. So what we did was, instead of removing the trees, first we gave some fancy titles called Vanadiksha, Vanaprasadam, etc. Involve the communities, schools, colleges, residential welfare associations, etc., etc. We started first planting trees. First year I planted 1 lakh trees. Second year I planted another 1 lakh trees. Then started cutting the trees. Normally for every tree you cut, you are supposed to plant 5 trees. Instead of 5, I said, why 5? I'll plant 50, I will plant 500. So when we started this movement, the whole environment, the whole mood of the city changed. Actually, the people who talked against us initially, they started appreciating. So that's how we have done all these things. Now, translocation, especially 2,000 trees we have translocated. All the trees have survived. It's a great achievement. I'll show you some of the things, how we have done it. So Kiran pats HMRL. See, the chief minister then says, when we got this global award, the chief minister patted us. Funds for walk to work, actually, then I started bringing in new concepts to the thing. Emulate Hyderabad Metro Rail Center said, initially they had a lot of reservations, but they said, no, it's a better system. World Bank, the most bureaucratic bank I have ever come across. My apologies, Sensei, it's a good bank, but the kind of bureaucratic procedures they follow, they said, no, mass transit systems can't be built in PPP. They said, fine, I don't need your fund, thank you. I said, those guys, now they come back to me, I said, would like to participate in this. Okay, fine. The thing is, I don't need your money. If you want to learn any lessons, you want our experience to be shared, I said, definitely we'll share that experience. So the World Bank, which once wrote off our project, now would like to be part of us. HMR Bags Global Award, I said, for safety. Another award we got, Roseboy Award in Royal Society for prevention of accidents, and say it's a Glasgow-based and a Scotland-based one. That award we got. Metro Rail project to boost capital's brand equity. City Metro Rail 1,000 foundation, see, we celebrated. Hyderabad Metro Rail phase 1 to be ready by March 2015. Hyderabad Metro needs expanded metro rail network. So now people have started demanding, saying that we want metro in our area. This kind of a thing started. Initially it was agitation saying that don't come to our area. Now people are saying that, no, please come, extend metro to our areas. Hyderabad needs expanded metro network. Travel in metro rail with ATM card, how technology we are bringing in, I started explaining. CBTC technology, communication-based train control system. For the first time in India, we are bringing this technology. Seeing as Delhi Metro, next phase they are going for this technology. This is radio-based communication system. With this, I have the capacity to, if required, every 90 seconds, every 1.5 minutes, I can run a train. This is the first time we are bringing to the country. People from all over the world, they started coming to us, actually trying to learn how we're doing this. HMR to make the most of the stations, actually say, how about metro? See, now requests, see, extend it to other places. HMR will boost the older parts of the city. People, they said, actually, see, no, don't come to us. Now, I have shown them examples all over the world, actually, how certain areas, older areas of the city, they decay. How do we rejuvenate? So this is what we are doing as a part of this project. Another important thing is that actually, see, already Hyderabad, the roads are congested. As you have mentioned, there are traffic problems every day. How do I implement a project like this when in the heart of the city, in the middle of the roads which are already congested? So what we have done is actually an engineering solution. We found out 85% of our work actually we have made it precast mode. So only the foundation and the pier is in situ, that is in the middle of the road, and after the rest of the work actually is done elsewhere. In the night it is brought. This is a precast technology we used. HMR will attract global investments. Tackling engineering challenges, Metro Rail project surges ahead. Enthusiasts pedal. Another interesting thing, many of you are participating. We started as a part of this actually. I said last mile connectivity is very important. Actually, it has to be non-motorized transport. So Bicycle Club we started. Today I'm happy to announce that Hyderabad Bicycle Club is the second largest in the world. And many of you are participating in this. Actually, we are doing weekend bicycling, etc. The next phase is actually we want to do bike to work. We want to use this. So your main travel is going to be on the mass transit system, Metro Rail. Then when you get off from the Metro Rail station, Metro Rail train, then you have, you can show your ATM card and you have a bicycle station. We'll give you a free bicycle. You can go to all these areas. For example, here, this area, either High Tech City or Raidurgam actually, so you can get off, and from there, wherever you want, all these IT offices, we will give you the bikes. Similarly, we have also identified the traffic catchment area. I have 66 stations at 63 locations. Right side, how many colonies are there? Left side, how many colonies are there? We are going to be running a continuous bus feeder bus service actually, so that your life becomes comfortable and it's going to be a seamless travel facility. So the moment you step out of your house, actually there will be a bus waiting for you, and the main travel is by the metro train. Again, when you get off, there is going to be a feeder bus. This is how we are trying to achieve seamless travel facility in the city. Metro gets the first model station. How the stations are different. Normally, elevated stations are built actually, see, by occupying the whole road, whereas here again we have done the whole station precast. For the first time in the world, an elevated metro station, normally a metro station will have one pier in the center, one pier on both sides. Actually, there will be 3 piers. Instead, we have done L&T, my L&T partners, private sector partners, they have come up with an excellent engineering solution with Sony on a single pier in the middle of the road. For the first time in the world, actually, we are doing this. It opens up the airspace. Actually, it looks very nice, very spacious. We'll show you the photos. Defense Ministry, as I mentioned, see, after 4 years of struggle, actually, we got defense clearances. That land, the work is going on now. Metro runs ahead of schedule. Now, a project actually which was considered to be a laggard, actually, now we are running ahead of schedule. HMR erects 1000th viaduct. Actually, see, to give you an example, Mumbai took about 7 years to do an elevated track of about 11 kilometers. Chennai and Bangalore took about 5 years to do about 25 kilometers. We have done 27 kilometers in 20 months, less than 2 years. It's a record. CM wants Metro Rail to be extended. The present Chief Minister, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, he says that why 72 kilometers? You take up actually this challenge further and let us extend it to another 200 kilometers in Hyderabad and make Hyderabad one of the best cities in the world. That is his demand. KCR suggests making metro pedestrian friendly. So this is what I was explaining to my Chief Minister, the model. Metro Rail chugging on the right track. Metro Guru, Mr. Sridharan, he came the other day. He said, you are doing wonderful work. I fully appreciate. I wish other cities follow your example. How did we do it? How did we achieve? This is important. Before that, this is broadly the picture. It's 72 kilometers, 3 corridors were taken up in phase 1. This is one of the largest projects as project itself. And in PPP, this is the largest in the world. My idea is not just build a metro, make use of metro, actually making use of this system. How do we redesign an Indian city as a people-friendly city? And how do you rejuvenate the older parts of the city, etc.? So there are lots of concepts I'm trying to build into this. It's called Transit Plus concept. I call it non-motorized transport, pedestrian facilities, etc. I'll show you some of the pictures. See, this is what I'm talking about, city for children, women, etc. See, this is an interesting example. Bogota used to be one of the worst cities of the world. Actually, one mayor has completely transformed that city. Once this was occupied by this mafia, drug mafia, he threw them out and created excellent facility for the children. So this is what I call a city. If a child is able to enjoy in a public space like this, I call it a city. This is what we are trying to do at the metro stations. We are going to have all these facilities for children, old people, women, etc. Whole family would like to encourage family values. So gender equality is one of the things. I pick up different concepts from different parts of the world. Actually, for example, Bangkok, skywalks, I found them very interesting. We're doing the same thing with this. We increase the efficiency of the city. There's no time here to talk much about this. Otherwise, there's a lot can be talked about. How do we do land pooling, etc. Okay. Then pedestrianization, bicycling, etc. All these things we're incorporating into this. South Korea example, actually, how beautifully you can make your cities and your towns. Actually, see, this we're going to do as a part of this project. So Hyderabad city roads are going to look different ones. The metro is in place. We are going to do as a part of our project all these things along with GHMC and other HMDA and other organizations in the city. So this is what actually every day, you can't do these projects, mass transit projects or any other infrastructure projects by sitting in air-conditioned rooms, etc. I used to tell my private sector partner L&T guys, actually come out of your AC rooms and come walk with me. So what we have done is this, actually we have first widened the roads. All these things, nalas, etc. My engineers were saying, sir, why are we taking up all these things? This is a responsibility of GHMC, municipal corporation or R&B or other organizations. I said, doesn't matter, we're a government organization, we have to improve the city. So we have done all this actually, we have increased the nalas. So improved the nalas, actually they were totally clogged. This is one thing one has to realize, the citizens of the denizens of the city have to understand, see, people are clogging all these nalas, etc. That's why at the first rainfall itself, you see all the roads are all the time, they're flooded. Instead, we started clearing all the things and improving these things. That's how we have created the right of way. Okay, so all this activity we have done. Then how do you deal with this kind of religious structure? So far, I dealt with 13 religious structures without anybody's knowledge. Okay, if they cooperate with us, it's fine. We, as far as possible, in terms of engineering alignment, we try to avoid either a religious structure or a heritage structure, but it becomes absolutely inevitable. Then we request them, we come, we'll build a much better temple, we'll build a much better church, or we'll build a much better dargah. If they listen to us, it's fine. Many of them listen to us, actually, so we have created much better facilities. If they have not listened, what we have done is simply, you island it, actually, you attack the commercial interest of the religious. Behind every religious structure, there's a commercial interest. You attack that, actually, see, remove that commercial part, and then create a bypass. Now, these guys are requesting us, sir, please help us, actually, we would like to shift to this corner. Okay, their business is gone. Anyway, so you require a lot of tact to handle these guys. So nobody believed, including my traffic police chaps initially. Also people talk, but nothing happens. So all these thousands of electrical poles we have shifted. That's how we created more carriage way, so that I can barricade my central part of the road initially to build the foundation and the pier. So demolitions, day in and day out, actually I have got such dedicated, excellent team. The guys give up their life. They're ready to give up their life actually to do these things. It's not easy to do. So we have done these kind of things, persuaded people, and then demolished part of the things and widened the roads. Dismantling. Very few cities in India have done it, actually. See, Hyderabad is one exception. This is the thing I'm talking about, that greenery, the kind of plantation we have done. More than 3 lakh plants we have planted, saplings we have planted. This is the translocation, including the root ball, with a special treatment. You physically lift the tree from one place from place A to place B, and then do all this. They're all flourishing now. 2,000 trees we have translocated. It costs us 10,000 to 20,000 per tree, but it's worth it. So now beautiful things. You can go to Dilshuk Nagar or LB Nagar or Miyapur area. You see all our translocated trees. How beautifully they are coming up. So these are the trees on top. Our work is going on. These are all translocated trees, not trees translocated by us. It's happening. So these are the things. When I visited, it was a real greenfield project. Nothing was there, actually. See, slushy, mud. My L&T partners, private sector partners asked me, sir, how do you expect us to build a casting yard here and to build a depot. I'm glad to say that this is India's largest now depot, 72 acres, almost all our things we are precasting there. So today, once the place was like this, now today this is the change. So all these things, it looks like factory-like environment we created there and precast, and then bring those things, precast slabs in the night and fix on the roads. So the piers also beautiful shape. Another thing I talk about, actually, I'm a poet, I want poetry in concrete, I don't want simple structures. Engineers, structural engineers have obsession with structural stability. I said that apart from structural stability, I want this beautiful shape. It's not one-upmanship, but you can check up with other cities how beautifully our piers have come up. This is the beauty we want to add. Hyderabad is a beautiful city, we want to enhance the beauty further. So this is how that nice shape has come. So once, which was 2 years ago, these were grasslands, swamp, dirty water, and today the world-class institutions have come up. Actually, see, a lot of foreigners are coming here. They are training our guys actually because the technologies are not available in India. Half of my things we are importing from many countries, and all this is going on. This is going to be Uppal, as you have seen this area, high-tech city area. Similarly, Uppal, Mayapur, and all these areas, they are going to be hubs of activity. Latest developments are happening here. So this is all the things, which was 100 acres. This itself is an interesting experiment, how I persuaded the farmers. Actually, it's a win-win. I don't have time to talk about it. Okay. So now this beautiful depot is coming up there. So these are all the latest facilities we created in the last couple of years. The tracks are already in place. The first 8 kilometers from Nagol to Metuguda, we are going to open for passenger traffic next year in 2015 March, Ugadi Day. So this is what, if we take a lot of care, again, the beauty of this, actually, see, we have introduced a lot of elements actually to improve the beauty, the aesthetics of the project. So this is how the sophisticated launching girders, so the whole thing is mechanized. So nighttime we fix these, each one is about 40 tons, so these are the precast slabs, they come up on the piers. So these are the 2 tracks. People don't believe that such sleek pier can hold, actually, see, 2 tracks, 2 trains can be there on this. As I mentioned, this is on a single pier concept, we are doing this for the first time in the world, actually, eliminating the side piers. That's how the entire thing, this we have taken inspiration from the bird, actually, see, this is called spine and wings concept. So now these station works are going on. We have escalators, elevators, staircases, all 3 are going to be there at all the metro stations on all 4 sides. Latest AFC automatic fare collection we are importing from South Korea. So it has got 19 fields, including the latest near-field communication with your mobile phone. You can operate these things, and we are going to have integrated facilities soon. Hyderabadis will have another card, actually, that can replace many other cards. Banks are coming forward. Our metro card can be used for a lot of other purposes, including your gas station or your retail. So this is how beautiful stations we are building. This is how it's going to look like. Trains have already arrived. The first 7 trains, 21 coaches, we have already got from South Korea again. Hyundai Rotem we have imported. Now slowly we'll indigenize this technology in India. So these are some of the features, the latest developments. This is the interiors. We have taken a lot of care how the handle grabs actually are designed, etc., for Indian human hand, and all these things we have taken care. Beautiful interiors we have created in the coaches. So this is what is happening. So my guru, Mr. Sridharan, he came the other day. He was very happy. He said, excellent work being done. A person who had doubts initially. So this is what the tribute I have given to my guru. Sir, let me differ from you in terms of business model, but I will make it a success. Today he pats me and he says it's excellent. My chief minister is very happy about the way Hyderabad Metro is going on, is giving us more ideas. How did we do it? It's important. Ambitious project requires an extraordinary leader. Manager versus leader, as Mr. Ramesh Iyer was talking about, actually, a leader has to have many other qualities. He has to have compassion, he has to have passion, okay? He has to have vision and share the vision with the team. Have passion for the project, commitment for excellence is very important. Have guts and ability to take calculated risk. Just because the fact that nobody has done it in the world, it doesn't mean that it can't be done. If that is the thing, actually human progress wouldn't have happened, would have been in caves, actually. So you have to have the calculated ability to take calculated risk, actually, and courage of conviction. Determination, dogged perseverance, and extraordinary patience. It requires extraordinary patience. People will ridicule you, doesn't matter, let them ridicule you, but one day they realize that actually, see, you are able to make a difference to the society. So be prepared for failure and ridicule. This is very important, actually. If your bars are high, if you want to aim your sky high achievement, actually, see, be prepared for failure, doesn't matter. Failure will teach you a lot of lessons, and it will make you a better human being, a useful human being. Develop a capable and committed team, make it a messianic force with killer instinct, make each team member a winner. This is very important. Winner psychology is required to be inculcated to each and every team member, because I just can't say that I have done it, actually. See, I have to take my team along, and all of us have to do it. The entire team has to do it, actually. Strict personal discipline, it is very important for a leader. Unless and until you have personal discipline, you cannot ask your team members to be disciplined. Leadership by example, the same thing, concept. Hard work and punishing schedule. I can't sit at home and ask my guys actually to slog. I have to slog, I have to work on holidays, I have to work extra hours, then my team will work. Raise the bar continuously. Just now, you can't ask a guy to jump. Slowly, slowly, you keep on increasing the bar. Open-minded approach and no blinkers. This is the most important thing, be it the government bureaucracy or private sector bureaucracy. Basically, the idea is the same, actually, unless and until you have an open-minded approach. As he pointed out, actually, it's not important as to who asked, but what is asked, what is said is important. Interdisciplinary approach. Clarity of thought is important, clarity of communication is equally important. You have seen how we have communicated over a period of time, made use of the media, and created a positive environment for the project in the city. Empathy and understanding is equally important. Unless and until you have the empathy, you will not be able to do a project like this. Constant innovation is equally important. Effective communication, good public relations and communication strategy. Encourage trust and be reliable, be positive and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. This is what, then a project that is written off will get an international award. So far we got 4 international awards and 2 Indian awards in a short period of 2 years. It's just the beginning. Hyderabad is going to be different, that much at least I can promise you. Then after a couple of years I'll come and address you people again. Then that day you will thank me for being a culprit now. Okay? Thank you very much for patiently listening to me. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. N.V.S. Reddy.
Thank you.
I think it was an insightful information what he shared. So the pictures were really beautiful, and the views also. We would not be able to see otherwise. So thanks for bringing them for us.
Thank you.
And now I think we have to take some questions, and we have got some questions on the mobile app. So let me take the first question. It's from Shreyas Bhargave. And the question is, have you taken any specific, okay, this is related to a very key project management, a kind of a important thing. Like, have you taken any specific learnings from Mumbai Metro phase? And if so, what are they?
Yes, Mumbai Metro, it's not a failure, I don't call it a failure. We have learned certain lessons from Mumbai Metro, especially the way to do the project. That's number one, how to do a concession agreement, because Mumbai and us, and I say both of us are PPP projects. Mumbai is a smaller project, ours is a much bigger project. I was initially also telling them, in fact, they have taken some of the ideas from me for the concession agreement, but they made some changes. So those are the changes actually which led to the kind of disputes that are happening. So we have discussed that issue, and we are also going to give guidelines from Government of India as to how to be careful in drafting a concession agreement.
Yeah, we can take one more question. Maybe the question is very, I can say hilarious, because we all face the similar kind of issue many times in our project. And the question is, how many times is the delivery date changed during the project so far?
Sorry?
How many times has the delivery date changed?
Oh, delivery date hasn't changed. It's a 5-year project. 2012 we started the project. 2017 we have to complete the project. we are pretty confident that we are going to complete this project within that schedule of 5 years. Of course, the earlier experiment we lost 2 years. When Metas failed, we lost about 2 years. That was the only thing. But so far as the present project is concerned, we are on schedule, we are on time. In fact, we may be ahead of time.
Yeah, that's one of the questions, and I think we can connect with Mr. NVS Reddy during the break. I would now request Nilanjan Chandra to please come over. He's the president of West Bengal chapter. Mr. Nilanjan Chandra from West Bengal chapter to please come and present a memento.
Thank you. Please come. So thank you very much once again for patiently listening to me. Whatever.
So there is one more surprise gift from us, and
Nice.
I hope you like it. So this is an instant picture of yours while
Oh, nice one.
delivering
Thank
the
you.
conference session.
Thanks a lot.